Hello, I'm Dennis Archer, Mayor of Detroit. Our great city is in the midst of a multi-billion-dollar redevelopment of our neighborhoods and our downtown area. We saw new venues for sports, shopping, and entertainment revitalize other historic American cities in the 1980s and 90s. Now it's Detroit's turn for a new makeover that will attract visitors to a new destination city. We have 4 major league sports here, and in 1998, the Sporting News named Detroit the best sports city in America. Today, aboard the monorail we call the People Mover, I want to give you a tour of downtown Detroit that will show you the progress we're making and how we'll look in 2006. Look out the window of the People Mover as it circles around downtown. Walk 5 minutes north from the Broadway or Grand Circus Park station, and you're at Ford Field and the adjacent Comerica Park. These stadiums are a unique pairing of Major League football and baseball facilities right in the middle of our theater and entertainment district. That's our convention center right over there, Cobo Hall, which is where you might want to have your NFL experience. And Joe Louis Arena, home of Red Wings hockey. This is a sports town. You're talking about sports, entertainment. When you come here, you're going to have great fun. The bright blue Detroit River connects Lake Huron and Lake Erie. And those buildings on the other side are in Windsor, Ontario, the only place you travel south from the United States to enter Canada. And of course, you're looking at the Renaissance Center, which is the home of General Motors, which is right downtown Detroit. Now we're passing a number of downtown hotels. The Greektown Entertainment Area, and the Midwest's newest business center, Campus Martius, anchored by the global headquarters for CompuWare, a major software company. But perhaps the most important feature of our infrastructure is that it allows us to handle very large events while ensuring everyone has a great time in Detroit. We've long been the site of the North American International Auto Show, which draws nearly 8,000 journalists from all over the world and more than 800,000 visitors to the show in Cobo Center. The show runs for 2 weeks in early January each year and kicks off with an event that, by itself, is the second largest single-night event fundraiser in the country. Charity Preview, as it's called, annually draws over 17,500 of the world's social and automotive elite. Later in the year, millions of people pour into downtown Detroit for such internationally televised events as the Tenneco Automotive Grand Prix on Delisle, the Chrysler APBA Gold Cup on the river, the International Freedom Fund fireworks, one of America's most spectacular 4th of July extravaganzas, the Ford Detroit International Jazz Festival in Hart Plaza, and America's Thanksgiving Day Parade. In 1990, 91, 97, and 98, we hosted no less than 4 NHL and NBA championship celebrations with more than 1 million people lining our downtown streets on each occasion. We've been the site for the Republican National Convention, World Cup Soccer, and will host the 2003 PGA Ryder Cup Tournament at Oakland Hills. Our public safety professionals, logistical personnel, and promotional units are accustomed to managing these types of large events very successfully and with a spotless track record for safety. As for the snow, we're used to it. We know what to do with it, so you can forget about it. And the crowds that will pour into Detroit for the 2006 Super Bowl will be the most enthusiastic ever. Detroit is in the heart of NFL country, with a 90-minute flight of 60% of the nation's population and over 50% of all NFL franchises. Fans in America's football heartland will be the heartiest supporters of Super Bowl 40 in Detroit. Most guests will fly into our new $1.2 billion midfield terminal at Detroit Wayne County Metropolitan Airport, which will be completed in 2001. The new terminal will make the entire facility one of the most efficiently designed airports in America, with automated systems to move people and luggage along its 178 aircraft gates. And it's just a 25-minute drive from downtown stadium. While Metro is our principal international facility, several other major airports are strategically located throughout southeast Michigan. 4 additional airports in the region can serve commercial and private crafts, including Detroit City Airport, just east of downtown, Oakland International Airport, northwest of Detroit, Bishop Airport in nearby Flint, Michigan, and Willow Run Airport, west of the city. Well, this is my stop, but hey, take a spin around the corner to Foxtown. You're in for a real treat.
Hi, I'm Larry Alexander, President of the Detroit Metro Convention and Visitors Bureau, and I'd like to take you on a virtual tour of just some of the marquee entertainment venues and cultural attractions in Metro Detroit, all of which can be considered as possible sites for the myriad of events leading up to the game. And this is the center of it all, Woodward Avenue in Foxtown. Right over there are Ford Field and Comerica Park. Over here is the historic Fox Theater, an excellent option for a media event, the NFL's Passion for Fashion, and more. Next door is the Second City Comedy Troupe and Hockeytown Cafe. 3 blocks over are the newly restored Detroit Opera House and State Theater, the proposed location for the Drivers Party. All around here are other theaters, shops, themed restaurants, and sports bars. Now that's just in the immediate downtown stadium area. There's not enough time to show you all of Detroit today, but come with me and I'll show you a few of the highlights. Just 3 miles north is our Cultural Center, featuring the world-famous Detroit Institute of Arts, the Charles H. Wright Museum of African American History, the largest museum of its kind in the United States, and the restored Orchestra Hall, home of the Detroit Symphony. Just west of town in Dearborn is the Henry Ford Museum in Greenfield Village, featuring the homes and shops of some of America's greatest inventors. 25 minutes north of downtown is the Somerset Collection, with exclusive shops like Nordstrom's, Neiman Marcus, Saks Fifth Avenue, Dayton Hudson, Gucci, and Tiffany. Now let's touch on accommodations and facilities for a moment. Within 60 minutes of the stadium, the Detroit area has more than 31,000 hotel rooms. We're committing 17,500 of those rooms to the NFL. And for the teams, 2 first-class practice sites have been selected, each with AAA indoor full-size fields. Detroit will host a familiarization tour for vendors and media prior to Super Bowl week. The media will receive VIP designation, and they'll be reporting back to NFL fans everywhere on the excitement they find in Detroit, like the massive tailgate party to be held in Cobo Hall alongside the NFL Experience and the corporate hospitality village. We're even investigating broadcasting the Super Bowl to Cobo, making it the largest house party viewing ever. Alternative sites are available as well, including various theaters, restaurants, and catering facilities, creating an actual village experience in and around Ford Field. The Michigan State Fairgrounds can also serve as a site for the NFL Experience. Governor Engler?
What you'll find that makes Michigan so inviting is its energy. And this is very apparent across the state, but certainly in Detroit, where the spirit of growth, development, and progress runs high. We hope all of you at the committee in Atlanta will give us the opportunity to show you what a sports-friendly, indeed sports-crazy town Detroit really is. Thank you very much, and we look forward to seeing you in 2006 at the brand new Ford Field. Larry, back to you.
Well, we should all be getting over to the stadium. There's someone there who wants to meet all of you right now.
Hello. This is a focal point of all this hoopla, Ford Field, our new $400 million NFL stadium in downtown Detroit. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Roger Penske, chairman of the 2006 host committee. Let me take you on a quick tour of this impressive facility. The dome up above the field covers 1.3 million square feet, but looks even more spacious because of its glass walls several stories high that provide a stunning view of our Detroit city. You'll notice something else unusual. All 113 luxury boxes have been built into the side of a historic warehouse, stretching across levels, allowing for the best sight lines of any stadium in the NFL. The exposed brick walls, plazas, and landscaping give an outdoor feel to this indoor facility. Print and broadcast and online media will be very comfortable with the extensive provisions we are building into Ford Field. All this media space means enhanced opportunities for interviews and exposure for you NFL owners, your coaches, and your players. Now follow me and let's look at the outside of our stadium. Outside the stadium are 2 service slots for parking and 2 parking decks, with a combined total just over 3,000 spaces. An additional 38,000 parking spaces are within a 5 to 20 minute walk to the stadium, and we're continuing to build more parking on site. The People Mover, of course, allows access throughout all downtown. To support the logistics plan, the host committee will dedicate $550,000 towards a continuous shuttle service between hotels, major attractions throughout Southeast Michigan, Ford Field, and other NFL venues in the region. In addition, our host group has earmarked $250,000 to create a Super Bowl village surrounding Ford Field. $750,000 will be spent on welcome and volunteer programs. Over $300,000 will supplement the current city decoration plan, and up to $600,000 will go to create spectacular host committee events. I've had the privilege of creating excitement at the track as an owner and a developer. I know what it takes to run a successful operation. But let's face it, we need more than words. We need action, commitment, and dollars to do the job right. We've committed $10 million towards the host committee activities, the largest budget of any host committee ever. With Ford Motor Company, General Motors, and Daimler Chrysler playing key roles in our corporate community commitment to support the 2006 Super Bowl, we will ensure the NFL and its fans have a great time in Detroit. Whatever it takes to deliver the absolutely best Super Bowl experience ever is what we'll do.
That's right, Roger. We're excited about the Super Bowl coming to Detroit, and we at GM are committed to making it a success.
You can echo those comments, Roger. The people of Daimler Chrysler are behind you all the way.
This is a wonderful opportunity to turn a great idea into reality and do some good. And Roger, we're right behind you, all the way.
Thank you, Rick, Jim, and Jack for your support. Our Detroit team will be working together to set a new standard to the Super Bowl. Now I'd like you to meet the members of our committee who are committed to a winning game. On my right, Detroit Mayor Dennis Archer, someone who has spearheaded much of the revitalization of our city and played a key role in the excitement that we all feel. And on my left, the President and CEO of Detroit Metro and Convention Bureau, Mr. Larry Alexander. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your starting lineup. What you see before you is a team with effective authority to deliver to you everything you've seen depicted here today. Like you, making it happen is what we do on a daily basis. We originated the host concept back during the Super Bowl in 1982 in nearby Pontiac, Michigan. We're going to focus our combined experience, energy, and expertise on making this Super Bowl experience a winning one for everyone involved. Now, if you permit me to use some vernacular in my industry, ladies and gentlemen, start your engines. We've got big plans for Super Bowl 40 in Detroit. Give us the opportunity to host the biggest and the best Super Bowl ever. Today, vote Detroit 2006. I assure you, we will deliver. Thank you very much.
You're right.